Hello students, I hope you had a wonderful week. Today we will begin a new chapter in division. Division is the opposite of multiplication. As you already have done multiplication, in multiplication, take for example 3 multiplied by 4. When we multiply 3 by 4, we get the product or the answer as 12. Now we take the number 12, that means, and write 12 here. We use the division sign, which is like this, and write number 4. We write the number 4 because we are taking 12 divided by 4, and 12 divided by 4, we'll find out how many we get. So since we need to make 4 sets, because the number 4 denotes the number of groups that we have, so let's make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now number 12, we need to divide it. We need to divide the objects. If the objects are, say, balls, then we have to put the balls by dividing them equally in these 4 groups. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We cannot add more. Why? Because the number that is given to us is 12. We have only 12 and we are supposed to distribute them or share in these groups. Each of these groups now, after we divide it, after we distribute it, we get 3 in each group. That means 12 divided by 4 gives us 3. 12 divided by 4. Have you seen how we have divided? This is grouping. So division is mainly sharing and grouping. In today's class, we will learn the concept of division. Let us learn how to divide, share and distribute things. In this way, we will find out what is division and terms in division. Here we see a basket of fruits and a bouquet of roses. Now let us look at these pictures. You can see carrots, a group of pencils of different shades and toy cars. Here we see 2 different type of pictures. In one, there are 3 plates with 4 apples each. In the other picture, we have toy trains grouped in 2 with 3 toy trains in each group. This tells us they are all equal groups. Here we see beautiful colored balloons in unequal groups. Why we call it unequal groups? Because some are tied with 8 balloons, some are 2, some are 3, some are 4. So the number in the group is unequal. And so we call these as unequal groups. Here you can see a boy named Neil, and it's his birthday today. He has 8 lollipops. Now he has 2 friends and he wants to give his 2 friends some lollipops. He wants to divide them equally. He wants each of them to have equal number of lollipops. These are his 2 friends. How many lollipops will each of them get if he has to give them both equal number of lollipops? The total number of lollipops are 8. So what we're going to do is he's going to share the lollipops equally among 2 of his friends. So when we divide the 8 lollipops, each of them we will get 4. Each of them will get 4. What is division? Division is sharing, grouping, or dividing or distributing in equal groups is called division. Dividing, sharing, distributing into equal groups is called division. Here, Neil distributed or shared with his 2 friends the 8 lollipops that he had. So each of them got 4 lollipops. How did he get that 4? When you divide 8 by 2, 2 fours is 8. And so, after dividing his 8 lollipop with his 2 friends, each of them get 4 lollipops. So what he has done is, he has divided them equally. So, to do division, we need to insert a sign. This is the division sign. A line like this with 2 dots is called the division sign. Terms used in division are divided by, share, divisible by, share equally, or divide into. Here we have division vocabulary. 40 divided by 5 is equal to 8. Here number 8 is the quotient, number 5 is the divisor, and number 40 is the dividend. Let's learn division as repeated subtraction. Let's take a first example on repeated subtraction. Here we have 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. In another way of repeated subtraction, we can, by subtracting 2 from 8, we get 6. And 2, when we subtract again with 6, we get 4. 2 subtracted from 4 gives us 2. And 2 minus 2, or subtracting 2, is equal to 0. Now here we have equally divided by subtraction. This is called repeated subtraction. Repeated subtraction helps us to distribute or divide. So we call it as division. 14 by 7. So I take number 14 and I minus it with 7. When I minus it with 7, I get 7. You have already learned your subtraction of borrowing. So now I minus it again. And when I minus it again, I get 7 minus 7, I get a 0. That means when I divide 14 by 7, I get 2, because 7 2s is 14. This is, let's do a third example. Suppose I give you 24 and I tell you to divide the 24 by number
2. So I take 24 and I minus it. Now 2 is in ones place, so I will have to put 2 in the ones place. 4 minus 2, 2 minus 4 gives me 2, and I bring my 2 down because there's no number. I take the 2 again and I get a 0. I bring 2 down again. I put another 2 and now I borrow from here and I get 8 because 2 minus 10, and here I get 1 and I get 18. Again I subtract, and 2 minus 8 is 6. I bring 1 down. Again I do this. Again I get 4. I bring my 1. I minus it again. 2 minus 4 again is 2, and my 1 again, and 2. I get, see, 2 minus 2 is 0. I take a 2 again. I get 8 minus 2 gives me 6. 6 minus 2 gives me 4. 4 minus 2 gives me 2. And 2 minus 2 gives me a 0. So this is called repeated subtraction. Teacher has just minus the number that is given. This is a long method because this is a repeated subtraction. But if I'm asked to do 4 divided by 2, that will give me a simple division. I will get the quotient as 12. Because if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 times we have subtracted and we've got the answer. So this is repeated subtraction.
Dividing into groups. 12 strawberries divided by 4. So here the total number of strawberries is equal to 12. Number of groups is equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each group has 3 strawberries. 12 divided by 4 gives you 3. In our second example, there are 15 flowers in 5 pots. 15 divided by 5, we get 3. That means the flowers are equally distributed in 5 different pots. Here we can see 3 groups with 15 red roses. Each group has 5 roses and the groups are 3. So when we divide 15 by 3, we get an answer or the quotient as 5. In a third example, you see some footballs. There are about 12 footballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 footballs in each group. They are equally grouped with 4 footballs each. How many groups are here? There are 3 groups. 1, 2 and 3 with 4 footballs. Now Yvonne has 3 groups of balls. Each group has 4 balls. So how many balls are there altogether? We have counted and we find that there are 12 balls.
Thank you, children, for being good listeners, and I hope you have understood a little of division, and please practice at home.